Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very, very special episode of Royalty. This is the royalist of tea.
Oh, wait. Am I not supposed to do it yet?
Bitch!
I thought we were doing it like in the entrance.
I can't.
Who agreed to that? Who said that? Who said? Did we discuss this? How you gonna think we doing something that nobody even talked about?
Said it.
But I didn't know you were going to do it right there, X. I thought you were going to wait.
You said it at the start, nigga.
Okay.
But it's the fact that it wasn't even at the start. It was a solid like 47 seconds into the episode.
Well, anyway,
continue.
Welcome. Let us welcome the Cookout. The entire Cookout. What's up, everybody? What an introduction.
What's up?
Yes. Everyone, please introduce yourself, starting with Azah, please.
Well, you've already introduced me, but I'm Azah. Why are you guys laughing?
Because why did you say it like that? We aren't on Broadway.
Like Family Feud. It's like Family Feud.
Come on down. And I'm Steve Harvey.
No, but I didn't know what to say. You put me on the spot. I usually can be prepared with something to say, you know.
Okay,
Hi,
good.
guys. It's so great to be back here.
Thank you for coming on to the Royalty, Azah. And next, ballhead bitch.
But Derek, don't start the day like that. People might just be getting up. You don't know what time zone this is being aired in.
Okay. Winner of BB23.
Oh, I'm Tiffany.
Y'all didn't even introduce yourselves?
We're letting y'all go first before we do our... Right, we're letting you go first.
He don't have no hospitality.
Please state your name and who you are.
My name is Derek Frazier.
Oh,
Social security number, credit card information. I'm going to need everything. Birth certificate.
Nigga in the Milwaukee Bucks jersey. What's your name? The hat on.
Derek Frazier. You can find me on MTV's The Next.
You are...
MTV Made?
Ridiculous. Yeah.
MTV Made. There it is. Made.
Yeah, let's not.
Yes.
Let's not.
What?
Look
You
it
are,
up.
Okay,
you
I'm
done
sorry.
made him mad. You done made... He's sick.
Go ahead.
Aww.
Go ahead, Jackson 5.
Sure is made.
Who the hell is Jackson 5?
Who else? He's on the motherfucking curly hair.
I knew you.
Oh, you talking about Kai? I feel like this would have worked better if y'all just introduced everybody and then we just kept it pushing.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Just
right.
introduce yourself.
Let's retry it just in case.
Yeah. Can we just...
Maybe one more time for safety.
One more time.
Maybe y'all
One
just
more
say
time.
everybody's names.
Hello
All right.
and
Tiffany,
welcome everyone.
Me, Tiffany, and Hannah will go, and then y'all, Azah.
We'll go in
Kyland,
alphabetical order.
X.
Azah, me, X.
Perfect.
There we go.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Well, hello, and welcome to a very special episode of Royalty. We have a very special guest here in our house. It is the Cookout, and I will start by introducing myself, along with my very special co-hosts who join me every week, but sometimes I don't even be here and they do. I'm Tiffany.
And I am Big D.
And I am Hannah, a.k.a. Chada. And honestly, I am curious to see how long we can go without interrupting each other. I want to know what you guys think. That is our challenge for the day.
And
Oh, wait,
ahead,
also,
introduce
next
yourselves.
person, introduce yourself, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm Azah. I feel like we are not going to beat that challenge, but I think we could always try.
Why did
up,
you say
everybody?
that
I'm
so
Kyland.
boring?
Unserious. Like, we can't even do it. It feels weird. Like, we have to cut each other off. What the fuck? And talk over each other. It doesn't make sense. Sorry. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? Kyland. Super excited for this episode. All of us coming together. It feels like the Black Avengers once again reuniting.
I can't take this shit seriously.
I don't know.
I tried to bring it back. I tried to ground us in on something.
Introduce yourself.
I tried.
Honestly, Kyland,
inappropriate.
It was
really.
too. It was almost too professional. It was almost too classy. It was almost too refined for us.
I was
we
trying
don't-
to
we
bring
don't
us
want it.
back to. All right. Okay. All right.
To our roots.
Come on, give us.
Screaming at each other.
What's up,
Kylan Young. I'm from CBS
Stop.
Challenge. Give us that.
Be nice. I'm pretty sure he's on MTV now.
Nice. Why does that mean?
I'm pretty sure he's on MTV now.
X
Oh,
is
He's
popping
crossed
bottle.
over to the dark side.
Oh, X.
Wait, I thought he popped the bottle 6 minutes ago.
Honestly, that
was a
would
fake
not
pop.
look like a bottle popping, but okay.
Wow.
Uh,
You know,
okay,
some of us
Xavier,
are
please
selling it
introduce yourself so I can
in
get
a
to the
very long
episode.
time.
Just say
Okay.
who you are.
I'm Xavier.
Thank you so much. And
Okay.
this is the Royalty episode, a special episode brought to you guys with the Cookout family ourselves. You guys have been asking for it. You're finally getting it. We are going to try our best to recap Big Brother, Survivor, and the Challenge. We're going to see how we do this. There is 6 of us. Bear with us. Turn down your volume. Get ready for the shits and shenanigans. Tiffany first.
Your
then
volume.
Kylan.
No, but
Derek, why do you sound like you stressed out? Nobody is upset. You the only one. You sound like your ass is wound so tight. Ain't nobody stressed. Like, just let us be. Let us
He
be.
obviously is. He told us to turn down our volume.
He told them to turn
Oh,
down their volume.
he said, Valium.
Oh,
He said,
the
turn down
Valium?
your Valium.
He is stressed.
The
You
Valium.
take Valium.
He's like, turn up the volume. And honestly, is what he meant.
Yeah,
Everyone
turn
pop
down the
Valium.
volume, turn up the Valium.
No,
That's our
I
party
agree
favor.
with Tiffany. I feel like as a typically uptight person, I feel like you're taking on some uptightness that you don't need
I'm
to.
so sorry, Mr. Kylan Young. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't
Maybe
mind you taking it.
Maybe I need to be loosened up. Maybe you can loosen me up a bit, you know?
Yeah, relax.
All right. I was just gonna say, for the sake of your show, if it is worth, I feel it might be worth it to have one of you three, just in case for safety, redo the intro, but just one of you guys introduce us all. Boom, boom, boom. So you have at least a clean cut.
No, let me
Just
tell you
a thought.
something.
No.
Fuck
right,
that.
this how it's gonna be.
whole thing
This
is
how
going
the
to
royalty
be aired.
is.
There's no
They-
cutting
this
anything
is how they
from
want
when
it.
we
Excellent.
hit
I feel like you guys
record
have a really good
to
show.
right
I
now.
do pay
don't-
attention. So
Yeah. I don't know.
Thank
You must
you.
have never watched our show. We air bloopers. This is a
I
tape.
do.
Yeah, no,
I'll tell,
no,
I'll tell
we're
Tiffany
kind of
I'm
a
taking
mess.
It out. Yeah, I'll take Tiffany. I'll take that out. I don't take it out.
Yeah, no.
no, that's like.
But appreciate the
different.
suggestion.
All right. Just all good.
Yeah, get your own
Kylan, I
show.
appreciate you. He
support
does.
you.
Make sure you guys go check out Kylan's podcast.
Wait, I have a
Thank
question.
you.
Why is that champagne so yellow? It's
Cheers.
weirdly opaque.
Well, maybe it's not champagne. Maybe it's just sparkling wine.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. That looks fancy.
Oh,
maybe it's
wow.
just maybe it's just something I've never been able to afford. Never mind.
Yes, I love it. Quality.
Never mind. I apologize.
Excellent.
I really thought I was gonna get you together. I really
He
thought I was
still
gonna
got a bottle
expose
of
you.
Cooks. He still got a bottle of Cooks over there too. Don't play.
Okay. Wow. Okay, guys. So
No,
to
why
get
can't we hear
into-
you, X?
Why can't we hear you, X?
Oh, because he muted himself.
Don't listen to Big D. Don't ever turn that shit on mute. Don't do that over here. Not today. Fuck. You still on mute.
Damn it, Big D. This is
I
all
didn't
your
mean
fault.
to.
Can you hear me now?
X, please send me that champagne, please.
Yeah, sure.
Girl, that's cheap
Okay.
shit. You can get that on at 7 Mile. I'm
Listen,
just talking. I'm just talking.
I just want
I'm
to
just
tell all you
talking.
guys,
I'm just messing with X. I'm just messing with X.
you guys all look beautiful. So glad to have you here. Thank you for coming to the Royalty Podcast. Now, to get into, obviously...
I look the
we have
best,
a
though,
chance-
Big D, you sound so mad at us.
I am not
Thank you for coming to the Royalty Podcast.
Wait.
Why?
I look
I
the
am
best though,
not mad.
cause my outfit. I won best dress. Can y'all see? Cause I got the best. I got the best girls in the world.
I love that. Men
Yeah,
of the
where am
Cookout,
I at?
where's your guys' merch?
There ain't nobody trying to put them 3 niggas on nothing. But Big Brother.
Oh my gosh, but you know what? It would be so cute.
You're-
like,
you're
thinking
wrong.
if you guys were on a shirt, Kylan would be in the middle, and it would just be like a curly haired sandwich between two bald.
What?
Like, what the fuck happens in your brain? I was like, everything you could have made with us three on a shirt, and you was like, oh my god, curly headed sandwich between two balls. little slices of ball bread. Like what? The
Oh
fuck?
my God! Is it like Azah? Is it 2 balls and then the curl top?
Wow.
Okay, well, hold up. You're not gonna testicleize me, okay? No, you're not gonna. That's what we're not gonna do, okay?
Hey, the testicle is a very, very important function of the body.
Fuck that. I'm a shaft. Don't you dare testicleize me. I am a shaft. I am a firm, hard, veiny shaft. Don't you dare.
I'm freaking dead.
The disrespect. You're not gonna play with me. No, because like you're trying to sit there and like maybe some. No, I'm here. I'm brick. I'm with it.
This is me.
Oh my God.
Dead. I'm dead, bruh.
I'm dead. I don't have anything to
Oh my
say.
God!
Sorry, Kyland. I didn't mean to de-shaft you. It's just, got to stand up for myself. They tried to make me some balls, man, just because of the head. Nah.
This is you. I'm here.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the shaft.
I'm here.
What is going on? My baby had to leave. I'm so. You on mute, Hannah. You on mute. But I'm glad you know when to exit the room, cause that's.
Let me know when you guys are done. My parents watch this show. How dare you?
Don't watch this show. Don't watch this one.
Yeah,
Don't
that
watch
episode.
this
Version
one.
of,
Don't
I am the
show them
price.
this
I am a shaft. I am the price.
Not I am the price.
I am the shaft.
That would have been a great shirt for Kylan to make.
Why would
I'm the
no?
prize
You would make
and
it. You're the prize.
But I'm just saying, like, that would have been great to like
I
have
thought
on
you
the
meant
shirt.
I thought you meant a shirt that was going to say, I am the shaft. I was going to be like, God, you dog.
Now Tip's gonna make shirts that say "I am the shaft," just like when the dick is hard and something soft, whatever it's called. Tip.
You wouldn't know.
Dick. Oh yeah.
Yes, yes. I can't stand. I don't know how CBS picked these 6 people. I don't understand.
I ask
don't know
myself that
how.
question every single day
I don't-
because
They
I
just got
truly
lucky.
feel like, no, I feel like I am the
No.
only palatable, normal, sweet one in this whole entire group.
That's a fucking lie.
I think I'm
Don't lie.
fine.
to
What do you
yourself.
mean?
You're
I
a
think I'm
fucking
normal.
psycho.
Azah,
I
no,
think
I'm
you
not
guys
even
are
gonna try
that's
to
a lie.
defend myself. I know
That's-
I'm
You know
inappropriate.
that's a lie.
I think I'm
What?
nice.
What did she say?
No. Yes. No. You're nice and palatable. Yes. You're not normal. None
Honestly,
of us
you
are
did a
normal,
whole
but
segment
you
on
definitely
Save
aren't
the
normal.
Pussy. And made up names
you
for the
did.
pussies.
Okay, I'm not
I'm-
that normal.
That's okay.
No, I'm weird. I'm weird now. No, I'm weird. This is true.
You know.
But I love you.
But we love you for it. Yeah,
I
we love you
your
for it.
weirdness because your weirdness allows me to be like myself.
We
and
can
I
all be
love that.
weird. Yeah, we all got a little bit in us.
Yes.
We're all strange motherfuckers.
Like I feel like I can
Nah,
be
I don't claim
weird.
that shit. I used to be strange. I'm normal.
No.
That's a fucking lie. That is the biggest lie you could ever tell in your
I don't
life.
think
Please.
so.
No, you're not, babe. I'm
Okay,
sorry, I
then
love
what's
you.
not normal about me, Big D?
Girl, don't get me started, girl.
You're
Oh,
the
you
best
got a long list.
normal
I got a long
presenting,
list.
maybe.
Yeah.
I know you not talking. I know
Okay.
you.
I'm not
you-
normal.
you-
No,
you-
I already know.
Well,
I already know.
did you say
I already know.
well, 'cause I don't need no help, and you don't need to, so you don't want to be pointing no fingers.
No.
I'm complimenting. These are complimentary words.
Wow, you notice how I muted both of them? Look at that. I love that I have that power
Oh,
to do that.
thank God. Okay. Thank
This is
God.
great.
Everybody
I
on
have
mute
power.
challenge.
I have never had power before, and I finally have power
No, you do
down
not.
to the 6 of all of you
Do not
guys.
give
This
power
is
over
great.
me.
Okay.
Big D.
Okay.
I was gonna say something, but let me not.
Listen here, little hussy. Stay your little ass in that corner, okay? Don't start. Now,
I'm in the middle of the room. Sorry.
Big Brother, everybody, where we all came from, okay? Have you guys? No, I'm not gonna ask
You're
y'all that,
supposed
'cause
to
that's gonna
ask
be a whole nother thing.
how people
You guys
are.
have been watching Big Brother.
Are we supposed
okay?
to? Hello.
No enough.
Let me start with this. Let me first say, guys, if you guys don't know, Azah is hosting another Big Brother finale this week. on Thursday. So make sure you guys go, okay? I don't know if there's any tickets left. Are there any tickets left?
Yeah, no, we still have tickets. We do.
Okay,
we
good.
actually have tickets available. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, make sure you guys go and attend. You might see some of your favorites, obviously, there, okay? Plus the cast of Big Brother 25. So, guys, shout out to Azah. Go check out her Instagram and go see the party and also the lip sync battle, too. So,
Yeah.
I'm really
Yep.
excited for that, okay?
Thank you. Thank
Choreographed by Hannah and Brittany.
I'm sorry.
What?
What did
You
I
know
do?
what he meant. You know what he meant. All right.
No, I just want to hear it again.
Choreographed?
Because
Choreographed.
I'm gonna start saying that.
choreographed.
Choreographed. I like that. No.
collagified or
I like that.
correct?
By
Okay.
Hannah. By Hannah and Brittany. So, guys,
Yeah.
please make sure you go see it, and hopefully we keep our title of winning Big Brother, okay? Now, to get into Big Brother, guys, okay, I want to hear everyone's, take on this season because we've all been watching. We know what's going on, okay? Now, to recap where we're at, okay, I want to get into knowing that we first start, it is now day 93. Cirie and Miss Felicia are on the block, okay? It looks like Cirie is going home, okay? Miss Cirie does go home. What is your guys' thoughts on Miss Cirie going home? Now we have Bowie Jane, Jag, Matt, and Miss Felicia left in the game. Let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think with her going home?
Wait.
Don't all talk at once.
Yeah, no, I think personally she was very enjoyable to watch. For myself, I think she was. It was fun to watch her play. It was fun to watch her strategize, and it was fun to watch her kind of like have to navigate like different types of things that she probably wouldn't have to navigate in other games, like Survivor, personal relationships, and things like that. And personally, me, I know she didn't like 1-2 games, Snakes in the Grass, and Traitors, but I still want her to get another check, so I'm voting for her for AFP. That's just me. I don't mind it. Let her get all the checks.
Okay, all right. Anyone else's thoughts of them sending Cirie home? Was it a good move? Like, what do you guys think?
Actually,
played the game
let's
before,
let
right?
let's let our guests go first.
Okay, all right. Kyland, Xavier.
Yeah, I feel like.
They don't know what the hell going on the show.
Wait, I feel like no. I was gonna say I feel like Cirie was someone that no one could really sit next to. She has the most influence in the house by a lot, so it really just wouldn't make sense to keep her. And it's really interesting. I'm interested to see if any of the players, like when she gets to the jury house, is she in favor of somebody? Because I feel like whoever she's in favor of is probably going to win. I think that influence will extend to the jury house. And yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how that goes.
Well, Kyland, I love that you said that because we actually got the opportunity to ask Cirie some questions. Let's see what Cirie has to say.
Who do you believe is mostly responsible for your eviction? Is there anything you could have done to save yourself with that person?
I believe that Jag is mostly responsible for my eviction. And I would have had to beat Felicia to the punch in telling Jag that Matt was targeting him. And that's not something that I really wanted to do because I did want Matt to target him. So I would have been shooting myself in the foot by alerting him to the fact that Matt was going to come after him.
Cirie going home, I think that was for everyone remaining in the game, that was the move that needed to be made. I think she was arguably going to be the biggest threat to any of them sitting in final two. So to take that shot now, it makes sense. You might not know when you're going to have another opportunity. I would have loved to have seen what Cirie would have been like had she won power in the game. If she had like won HOH or won a veto, I would have been curious to see how she would have kind of navigated that dynamic. Because when you're in power, I think it changes kind of a lot of people's thought process. Some people might have like a power trip. Some people might kind of navigate having power well. I would have been curious to see how she would have done being in power. But overall, I mean, she lasted over 90 days in the Big Brother house. That's an accomplishment in and of its own. But yeah, I think for the remaining players, now is definitely the time to cut her. So.
Okay, Hannah, Tiffany, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree. It was great to see her play, just to get a view, a bird's eye view into her mind, her thoughts, how she ranks socially. I've never seen anyone play such a strong, consistent social game under that much pressure for so long. She remained consistent. She never broke character. And she has patience like out of this world. I commend her. And I know she was ready to go home. Listen, playing that game with her son and then watching him leave. And we know how it is when people leave the house. We view it very differently than someone just watching someone leave the game. We are in the game. Someone leaves the game. It's a lot. But I don't think that she had the connections with, she couldn't really get into Matt and Jag and Bowie's alliance like she wanted to be their number one. She thought she was Matt's number one, and I think we thought she was Matt's number one for a while because he was definitely giving her a lot of information. But at some point, you saw the switch from Matt, like, attached directly to Jag, and we knew it wasn't Cirie, and she didn't have anybody else at that point. So I think she will have a huge influence in jury. I do believe that whoever she wants, that she will campaign for and will make a good fight for that person. So I loved watching her play.
Hannah, Chada?
Yeah. Same. You guys basically covered it all. It almost felt like a master class getting to watch her because, like you said, Tiff, I've never seen a player who's quite as strong socially, and she went in having a trader's win under her belt, having played Survivor 4 times, having been on Snake in the Grass, having all of these connections to reality TV alum. And then the fact that, like, Blue felt comfortable enough with her and Jared so as to not spill their secret, and she was able to get Izzy on her side so as not to spill their secret. It was amazing to watch. I wish she could have made it to the end. I was definitely rooting for her, but 5th place is still amazing. The best spot to be. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I can't wait to talk to her about her experience coming out of the house. And I don't know, I almost feel like she's gonna push for Jag to win because she kept, I guess, reiterating that Jag was this big snake, but he made the right move and he was a genius for doing that. So I think in her mind, it's very much game recognizes game. She's not going to be bitter towards anybody. She gets how these things work. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Cirie. I will also be voting for Cirie for AFP, but obviously we're all adults here. You do what you want. And I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to Twitter because Twitter is weird and gets weird about these things.
Yes, that is true. They are. It's a weird place. Also, I just want to say Cirie was great. I think that she did amazing. I love watching her through this whole entire season. And I'm just glad that someone was able to go from Survivor on to Big Brother and say, Big Brother is the hardest competition show, because it really is. And that is just because of mentally, the stuff that you go through is on a whole nother level. And I don't think people understand that until they do it. So I'm glad that she was able to be like, no, this is hard, and they've been in the house long. I can't imagine if we were in the house that long. Like, this is long. This is really, really long.
I'll be ready to go. I climb over.
When she started saying that earlier,
I was ready to go there.
Nah, day 73, day 78. I could not look a cucumber in the eye, bruh. I was ready.
Did something happen with you and that cucumber? Because you have made that reference before.
Have I used one before?
No, you made that reference before. I said, did you do something with that cucumber?
Where are you going with this? Azah? Keep going. What?
I thought you asked, have I used one before? I said no.
Yeah. Oh.
I have not. Have I looked at one with jealousy in the Big Brother house? Yes. Why is there silence?
Hold up. No, because you said a cucumber, so I'm gonna just ask a question.
Yes.
Who you be fucking?
Okay, I'm with you, X, for real, because that's a lot.
Who just out here just
First of all, I am a Christian woman. Okay.
just absolutely
Baby armor.
Shaft.
you.
Shaft, right?
It's
Straight shaft.
Just
not Shaft.
No, what I'm saying. Okay.
Daddy.
I will not be associated with this tomfoolery.
I don't blame you.
Y'all let
baby.
me know when
You
you're done.
exit. We will. Get it.
I'm just saying, like that.
No,
was that
I'll
was
make
that not
this-
like
I'll
a
make-
logical deduction from what she was saying? I'm like, you said jealousy.
No,
I'm just like,
okay.
whoa.
Wait, no. So, no. When if I recall correctly, in the house they gave us fruits they gave us stuff every week, and they always gave us cucumbers. Did they not?
Yeah, we just
That
was
is
wondering,
not at all
like, it
addressing.
would have. It's not. It's not. Don't even worry. Just skip it. Come on. Go back. Hannah, come back in. Derek, take next subject.
All right. So yes, cucumbers. Yes, we'll be in that house for a very long time. I understand like what you're thinking, Azah, and I get that. You go insane. You
Big
start
D, we
losing track
passed
of what
this.
you're doing.
Get to your next
Now,
question. You got us here all night.
I'm not trying to keep you here all night, though.
Then
I'm
get
sorry,
on with
okay?
the goddamn question.
Get over it, Tiffany Mitchell. Now, getting on to the next subject, okay? Bowie motherfucking Jane wins the HOH. What is everyone's thoughts on motherfucking Bowie Jane, okay? I need to know, because I don't know what else to say about Bowie Jane. She wins again. This is her third win. She wins again doing the fucking, what's it called, seconds and minutes or whatever, and she guesses the time right. I don't know how, but she does. Bowie Jane wins. What's everybody's thoughts?
Bowie Jane wins and does what with the power? Can you give us some information?
Bowie Jane wins, and tonight's episode we start, and she decides that she wants to put up Matt and Miss Felicia. What is your thoughts on her putting up Matt and Miss Felicia?
First of all, I don't like your tone. First of all, yeah.
You better take that bass out of your voice, young blood.
I don't like your tone. But now that you've given me more context around Bowie Jane winning and her wanting, her putting up Matt and Miss Felicia, I can further let you into my thoughts of how I feel about that.
Thank you.
And I wish that she wanted to get rid of one of Matt or Jag. Either one of them could go if I was Bowie Jane.
Okay. But also, we have to acknowledge that at Final Four, it just comes down to the veto. It doesn't really matter who's on the block.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. But we know we don't expect Miss Felicia to win the veto. And so that's why I would need one of the two of them on the block. Then I
That
can't
is
quite say
true.
that. Then mark that part out.
so-
Shit.
No, that's the
So,
truth.
Isn't that
so
what
I would say
It's going to be
with Bowie-
physical.
with Bowie Jane winning HOH and nominating Matt and Miss Felicia, that should be like an immediate kind of signal to Matt with where he stands in like
Yes.
the Bowie, Jag, Matt kind of trio. Like she was willing to put you on the block and not Jag. That should tell you something. If Matt doesn't have like alarm bells ringing in his head by being nominated, even though like they're gonna present it or kind of sell it as like, oh, it doesn't really matter. Like, yes, it does. Because if one of them wins veto and nothing changes, that means to them you're expendable in some regard.
I do agree with that. But, you know, Bowie wants to be loyal to the mafia, you know. So she's like thinking like, these are my boys. These are my boys. You know,
I don't know any mafia. What?
That's not
Exactly.
how Australians sound.
Exactly.
That's your Australian accent? I was wondering.
Yeah,
That's
is
your
that-
Australian. I was like, is this mafia or is this Australian
I was
accent?
like,
Either
what is
way, they both garbage.
I thought you
Like,
were
what the
doing
fuck
like
was
a
that?
Brooklyn accent. I don't know. I'm very confusion right now.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a side note. I have a little bit of tea.
Oh,
I
let's spill it.
don't think Julie likes Bowie Jane.
Shut up. We're not bringing Julie into this. We're not going to do that, team, to your
I don't know.
opinions.
Y'all not hate me. I don't. Okay, so this is why I don't watch the show.
Why is your camera off, Azah?
Don't say that.
No,
Not
her
all.
camera's on. She's good. Just let it
Oh,
go.
I can't
Tiff,
see
let
her.
it go.
Sorry.
I don't. Okay, so like, I don't look at the. That's what I'm gonna say. When I watch this, when it comes to the show, I don't think about the personal things that people are doing, and I don't let things that they do that the public might not like. I don't let that affect me. I try to watch it as objectively as possible. Objectively, 3 HOHs and being unnominated. I mean, that's an impressive resume on any other season. Like,
It
if we're
is.
gonna be honest. put aside the fact that people don't like her. From what I'm seeing on things, she appears to be unlikable. I wouldn't know. I'm not saying that's how I feel. That's what I'm seeing. But 3 HOHs and not being nominated, that's a perfect game. And I don't care how much you can unexplain or diminish or whatever. That is quite impressive, in my opinion. And whether intentionally or unintentionally, this girl done found herself to final 3. And from what it looks like, if she gets to final 3, Jag really wants to take her. So in my book, like, she doing something right.
Okay.
So I
do have a question.
Go ahead, Hannah.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Hannah.
I guess I just have a question for the group. So, yes, on paper, it appears as the perfect game. However, if she gets to final 2 and has absolutely no chance of winning because the jury does not respect her whatsoever, how does that change your guys' view on the game that
was
Billie
going to
Jean's
be
played?
that was going to be my comment. It's like, so she has 3 HOH wins, so there's some competition wins there. But with the not being nominated, I think that argument, the weight that argument carries, is somewhat dependent on the intentionality behind it. Like, we've seen players who haven't been nominated where that was like their goal throughout the season, and they spoke to that in their confessionals. They were like, I don't want to be nominated because I want to reserve that argument for the end. Or like I don't, at least from what I've seen, I don't know that she's been like, I haven't been nominated, this will be a powerful argument. It seems like she just kind of hasn't been nominated because no one's really afraid about sitting next to her at the end. Like, why would I get rid of you when if I sit next to you, I'm guaranteed getting money? Like, absolutely, I'm not. I want to keep you right next to me.
That's what Jared said when he, like, a lot of people won HOH and they were like, I'm not wasting my HOH on fucking Bowie Jane. So they never really have seen her as a threat to their game. Stringing her, keeping her in the game has not been a decision or a choice of hers. It's not like this is her strategy. She's being used.
Yeah. If she had the awareness to kind of be like, oh, they don't view me as a threat, this is beautiful for me, I'm going to keep leaning into that and just allow me to coast all the way to final 2, that's going to up the respect that they would probably have for her. But she's not really doing that, so it's just kind of seeming like she's just kind of...
It's just happening to her.
Ending up there, yeah. She's just kind of ending up there.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but I think there's something that still has to be acknowledged after 25 seasons, no matter what. If you're not nominated, that's something to be, that's an accomplishment, number one, I would say. Number 2, I mean, there have been many people throughout the season that have been, whether they're considered as a GOAT or whether they're considered as wherever, where it's considered expendable. And when you are expendable, truly expendable, people have no problem putting you on the block because they feel, okay, if I sit you next to somebody, you're going to go home. But whether it's by her tears, unintentionally or intentionally, she still hasn't done that. And the second I'm going to say is, I know y'all aren't doing this, but I don't want to have her accomplishments be diminished. I feel like as women and as women who play in the game, I would love to hear her story when she comes out, if she was intentional about this or not. But I wouldn't want... what I feel like I'm seeing on Twitter is because she's not likable, they're diminishing a lot of things. When she took out America, everyone was so confident that this woman was going to be the next person home. And then she survived. And then she won HOH. And now this woman's going to be in final 3. And if she's able to articulate her points correctly, yes, it's going to be an uphill battle with whoever she sits next to. But that's exactly what it is. It's going to be an uphill battle with whomever she's next to. It didn't matter who's going to sit next to. She's going to have to fight either way. I would like to hear her argument at the end. I feel like at the end of the day, with her playing that type of floater game, she didn't really owe anybody anything. So whomever left or whomever it does didn't really mean anything. And if really everyone is saying, well, she's going to lose next to this person anyway, well, she certainly was going to lose against Cirie, and she probably was going to lose against America as well too. So if she's playing the type of game that she feels she needs to play and decides to be loyal to this mafia as it is, while she's not likable as a person, I can't diminish the fact that she's played a perfect game, because we have literally never, ever, ever seen that in Big Brother, and that's something that still needs to be recognized.
No, I mean, I think it is just interesting what I feel like people have already said as far as like how much of it is intentional, and we'll have to hear from her. But the part that I feel like we would be able to see, and maybe it'll come up in jury roundtable, or maybe you guys had comments in one of your interviews with Houseguest Evicted, but if she is in this position where she's not going up, then she has a lot of time potentially to build one-on-one relationships with other people, so that way she can secure like their votes or secure, at least like she can't affect how she's viewed outside the house, but inside the house, as far as like being viewed as likable inside the house. And it's that, I think, would be another metric that we could use to look and see like, hey, is she doing that? Is she spending time to build one-on-one relationships with people in the house? Are there people that are down to consider voting for her if she's in final two, just based on that relationship? Like if we always, people always bring it back to like it's a social game, and so is she doing something socially to also solidify some sort of strength if she makes it to the end?
Yeah, that is true. You are right. Like people think differently. Like the house, being in the house, we all think differently about the people we're living with, and then the people in the outside world think differently too. So I agree with that. I think it comes down to right now, as we see the jury so far, as they showed us, it doesn't seem like a lot of them really care for Bowie Jane. And that could be based on their relationship that she has with them or whatever. They might not care, but that can change when if Cirie goes into that house and tells them boom 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 boom, that can always change. Tonight's episode, just to kind of go over, Jag wins the veto. Okay, of course Jag is winning shit. What is y'all thoughts on Jag? I mean, we're like, with him winning the veto, he obviously has the vote to send either Matt or Miss Felicia home. Go ahead, Hannah.
Okay. Well, I know a lot of people have, I guess, criticized Jag's game because he really has only been able to preserve himself through securing his comp wins. He hasn't necessarily used his social relationships to get further in the game. Can you guys hear me? No.
Good point, Hannah.
Hello?
No, I see what you mean.
Guys?
I hear the same point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
Never mind. Can you guys hear me?
No. Yeah. Now you're back. No, we
Still
need to hear
no?
it. We couldn't hear you. Yes.
We hear
We were
you.
just trying
Yes.
to. We
Oh.
were just trying to give
Yes.
sound bites so it like doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's run this back. Okay, so a lot of people have criticized Jag's game because he hasn't really relied on his strategy or his sociability to get himself this far after having been evicted unanimously and then saved by Matt. Instead, he's been able to keep himself safe by purely winning competition after competition. And he doesn't seem like he has the best reads on the house. Like, he's attributed a lot of the moves that were made to himself, even though they were not by his own doing. But what I will say is the fact that he's managed to backstab almost every single person who sent him home, and he could very well backstab Matt, his number one ally. I personally think that's iconic. I am here for the villainry. I love whenever people... I don't know. I think it's the little, like, villain in me, the Taurus in me. I love whenever I watch players. I was good at what?
Remember you said you were nice and you're normal. Remember you said that?
Yeah, I
earlier?
mean
We were
the
talking
two
about
the
that?
two don't have to be mutually exclusive. Derek Dennis Frazier, but yes, the government name. However, the last thing I will say is I love whenever I watch a player, get really close to another and then they just cut them at the last second. I love it.
I'm starting to believe what them fans be saying on Twitter. You was never gonna take me.
Well,
So-
thankfully
so wait,
we
can
will
I-
never
can-
have to find
so-
out.
So can
She
I ask
said-
a question?
I'm going to keep Big D, Tiffany.
All right, so can I ask a question real quick? All right, so Bowie Jane is HOH. Jag won veto.
Yes.
So Jag that makes Jag the sole vote, which means
Yes, that
Jag
is
now has the
correct.
power to determine whether
Yes.
Miss Felicia or Matt goes home.
Yes.
Kyland, you're Jag. What are you doing?
Seeing as though he learned from this before.
No, I mean, I think. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's tough because I feel like the one thing I feel like playing the game that I take away a lot is how much you can't tell watching, like the inner workings as far as like people's relationships. So it's like, I think we could look at it really easy and just be like, okay, he could win against these people or not. But I haven't heard from a lot of the jurors. I don't know where those relationships sit. So
No,
I
what
feel
would
like,
you do though? Nah, come on.
No,
man.
what would you
talking
do,
around.
Kai?
Tell me
What would you do?
Everybody got time for all
Because
that
you just dance
conversation.
around. This ain't politics, cuz.
Okay. Yeah, politics.
I mean, I feel
you're gonna
like-
have to politic over here.
I feel like for me, I gotta keep Matt and probably get rid of Felicia. Just
This nigga lying.
I love that
know.
loyalty. Yes.
I don't. It's,
Honestly, I was
Yeah,
curious.
whatever.
I was genuinely curious because if you had said
Yeah.
that you was gonna cut Matt, oh boy, I was about to jump through this camera and drop kick you in the throat. Oh my gosh. I would have been so mad. I would have been so mad. So at least you stand.
Wait, imagine.
Thank you. I'm just
Imagine if
consistent.
Kylan.
If one thing, I'm
Wait,
consistent.
that is very true. But imagine if Xavier asked that question and Kylan just responded with, "I think that's not up to me." That's still one of my favorite lines from all of my whole entire life. I think that's not
really
up to me. Yeah, no.
Kai,
That's the
I'm
excuse
beyond-
I use for everything.
I'm gonna be honest, Kai. When you said that, I was like, does this nigga even know what the fuck is going on right now? What do you mean? That's not up to you, nigga. It's me and you talking. What do you mean that's not up to you?
You and the whole America, the whole
Like,
United
it's
States.
just us here. What are you talking
And poor
about?
I knew
Julie.
in here-
Julie was on the speaker.
I knew what I
Julie
meant.
was on the speaker.
Hey, get him out of there. 10-4, 10-4. Put this
And it's worse because Julie can't hear, so she's just yelling because
but-
somebody's yelling at her.
Guys, the funniest part of that whole thing was, hold up.
Actually, yesterday
No, wait,
somebody
wait,
tweeted me and
pause,
said
pause. Big D,
yesterday
the
was like the
funniest part-
day or
hold up,
something.
Wait, Big D, hold on.
hold
What's she gonna
hold
say?
up. The funniest part of that whole interchange was this. Is that my water bottle?
Like, no, it's not. Nothing, no.
Like,
The answer for everything is no.
as mad as he was, still was like, yeah, that's yours. All right, thank
And
you.
spun around on them shoes that already ain't have no soul on them. He spun around so fast. He was like, where is he going?
It was truly. It was giving Housewives.
Yes, I love you guys. I appreciate. Listen, it was great TV. I was mad y'all took my motherfucking moment. I should have punched.
I knew
both
you
of y'all. I was so angry.
Hey, Big D was like, Kylan. Kylan looked at him. He was like, shut the fuck
Yes.
up. Big D was like, I think Kylan. Kylan was like, nigga, if y'all shut the fuck up, I'm ready to lay somebody out right
I'm
now.
putting you out. Kylan's like,
Right.
nigga,
Right. I was so upset. My TV
Big D said,
icon
but what
moment
about
was
me?
taken.
I'm the one who voted to
Yes.
evict you.
I will say this.
Aren't you mad?
The way I forgot.
Aren't you mad at me?
Azah knew I was
The way I
mad.
forgot he was there.
You did until he called your name.
I'm saying
He was
right
like,
now.
yeah,
Right now, I just was like, oh yeah, he would.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm like,
Oh no! In that moment, there was no Big Brother house. It was like Creed. It was Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors like right in each other. I was like,
He said
"Good."
right now he
I
just
was really like,
remembered that Big D was there when that happened. He said, I forgot.
I've never seen Big D look so deflated. Look at his face. Aw.
He said, yes, I was there.
I just associate you with good memories, Big D. That's why. I
appreciate
think
that,
of
Kylan.
joy. I think of joy, so I forget you're there.
and he's
It's
freaking
okay.
out, and all I heard was.
As Azah, I was
That was
so
a great.
mad.
And now
all
the
I
Creed
heard was
example is a
Kovu.
great
I
one.
heard Kovu personally, and I just thought y'all was beefing about the cat.
The best part.
I thought they were talking about the cat too. I was like,
Here's where that's crazy for me. It's like we sitting there, two black men are about to fight on a show on national television, and you think it's over a cat. Like,
I
that's
swear
what's
to God.
wild. Like,
Listen,
I
if-
was like, you really,
I was
like, you
just,
really think I'm
I
about
was
to throw
just
hands?
as concerned though. I knew you loved this cat.
Honestly-
so I was like, yo, like, and
Yes,
like,
you love
you
your
know,
cat.
you're gonna raise this cat to face man's challenges. I'm like, okay, whoa,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, Azah was like,
I was about to step in. She loves the animals.
I was scared. Please, niggas, please.
yes, I will say.
PETA.
I really want to say that was the one time in the whole entire show I was so upset that you took my motherfucking.
What?
moment.
Wait, I'm sorry. What do you mean
I
the one
should've-
time? You were upset after every single competition. That was supposed to be my moment where the wheelbarrows and sandbags. I heard that every single day. Every Thursday, every Saturday, after the block, after the veto ceremony.
Well, guess what, girl? That 24 season had damn musical chairs. My fat ass would have won that musical chair. Okay? So, like I said, where's the comp that would have been great for me? But let's not get on.
We had musical chairs. We had musical chairs. Yeah, we had OTEV. That's musical chairs.
Remember when you put a dent in that log?
It's not no musical chairs. I'm talking about the comp where they actually had to play actual musical chairs and turn
Wait,
up
did
one.
they?
Yes, in season 24, if you remember.
Wait,
Yes.
Xavier, do you remember you and I were on the sidelines? You and I were the only ones who I don't think played. We were like,
For what? What was it?
OTEV.
I didn't play Old-Tabby.
Yeah, no, a lot of people didn't play.
damn.
Y'all were laughing? See, that's why y'all ain't crap. Me and Big D, that was a whole motivation.
look,
No, I was crying. I was
look,
legitimately
Between
crying.
Jokers and Big D.
Tiff was crying.
I was crying.
I was-
It was like
We
it
was
was like
crying. I was
watching.
like, come on, Big D, come
I was
on.
like, for real. It was that Rocky
was
moment.
hard.
He was
It
climbing
was.
up that thing.
Yeah.
He
It
was
was beautiful.
giving it his
Real. And
everything. You love to see
yes.
him giving it his
And you
best.
And X is
Xavier,
laughing.
you and Hannah
You
were
bald head bitch.
Oh
You're a bald head
no!
bitch.
We
But Big
we
D-
weren't laughing at that. We were just laughing after the fact because you slid down, and then we like heard that huge boom, and I wasn't looking, so I was like, wait.
And then, okay, see, you
sorry.
just heard the huge boom. Me and
Bro.
X was
The brown
looking,
shade.
and we saw that it was balls to the log. So when it was
Literally.
balls to the log, we was like, oh, and I don't even have balls.
Like, bro, I was like, oh my god, his nuts done did it the log.
This OTEV this year, I feel like I saw Bowie, Jane, or Felicia, somebody just walk up the
Yeah,
ramp without
it
the
was
rope at one
easy.
point.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what?
No.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What?
They have water, so they have water to clear, like, where we didn't have water to clear off all the slime and the Crisco and the oil and shit. They have water to clear it off, and they could also just walk right up it because it was, like, not wet and slippery. It was
All right, now we have all six. Who's winning pressure cooker here in the six?
Me.
I say
Big
Azah.
D.
stays.
Oh my god, no.
Only because
I'm
Azah
gonna
stares
go
off
with
into
X.
into nowhere.
Why do you not
I
think
think
I'm gonna
Azah would
fall
get
asleep
cold.
and do it?
I think Azah would get cold, or she would get
it was
hungry.
cold.
Yeah, I think
I
she
love
would get
it.
cold or
Hunger ain't
hungry.
an issue for me. Hunger's not an issue for me.
But what about cold?
Yeah.
Well, I was cold on the wall, but I literally only fell off because of my wig.
You had a wig?
Shut up,
Get the
Big
fuck
D.
out of here. You put it in the, you put it in the dryer.
Okay.
We
What-
gotta
what
get
do
to
we-
this. I did not do that on purpose. No, I did it. I was trying to
You
wash
was
your
being
clothes.
shady to me, and then I couldn't find my wig. And you,
Girl,
like,
why
you
would I
still
put your
wearing it.
wig
After
in the
a while,
washer
I
and
stopped wearing
dryer?
it anyway, but I still wanted to have it after the show.
Azah, I literally was just putting your clothes in the washer.
Then why
You
did
put it in
smile?
your
Once I discovered it, you smiled.
I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. I didn't know. I watched it
Okay.
and dried it.
I do have a question for you guys on the subject of pressure cooker. Who or what order do we think people would get eliminated in? I feel like I would be second out. Yeah.
Who's first?
I think
Big
I'd be
D?
second out. Actually, I might be
I'm not
third out. I feel like Kyland or Big D would go out first.
Why?
Kai ain't
That's
dropping
just
first.
what I think.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like,
No
I feel like,
one gives
Okay.
me no
I feel like
hope.
right
I will
now,
say this.
I would play pressure cooker
Alright, go
right
for it.
now for free. So I feel like if
it.
we were to play for some sort of sakes, I'm gonna last a while. I don't know how long.
You know
before
what?
I get
Let's set
distracted,
this up.
I might
I
lose
can tell
attention and take my hand off or something.
Yeah.
But
I possibly
I'm
could
gonna
be
ask
going out
you.
first.
I would
I could be
either-
going
I
out
was gonna-
first.
I was gonna say, I think it might be Tiff.
It'd be me, and I tell you why. It's not because I'm cold or I'm hungry. It's legitimately because I have to pee. So I'm going to
Yep.
have to decide to pee on myself, which I'm a little prideful, so I may not. And I'll be like thinking about, am I going to win it anyway? So do I want to stand up here and pee on myself, then stand here with cold pee, smell like pee, pee girl, when I know I'm not, I may not even win.
What does that even mean?
So no, that was no Tiff. Straight
No
up,
one
that was
would
gonna
call
be-
you that.
I was gonna say, I think the first person to be out would be Tiff, not because like I don't think she could stay there long enough, but I think
Yeah.
she would get over it and then check out.
I would.
Like, she would
I
be
would
like,
be
I'm
like,
not
no, I
staying
got to
here
pee
anymore.
anyway, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
win, so.
I think she
Okay,
would be
so-
over it, check out, and then
I
Big
will
D,
say
you would be
this
next.
though. I will say this. I think personally, me, I think I'd
they're
either
standing.
win. I I'd either be the first person out for a stupid reason, like one of y'all be like, y'all someone in your nose, like, oh, for real.
Yeah.
So that's I would leave that.
Oh,
way.
yeah.
So but that'd be the first one either. So I'd either be the first one or win the whole thing. That's how I feel about me.
Oh, okay. I think final 2 would definitely be X and Oz. For sure. I feel like
Kylan,
I would go out.
Get out. Oh, go ahead, Hannah.
I mean,
No, sorry, Kai. Sorry, Kai.
So from those types of...
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I've never beat Xavier in a competition, so I guess it'd just be close. Just like Final HOH.
I don't have anything to say to this because this is ridiculous at this point.
Hannah, why would you go out?
I would mess with everybody the whole time, like to the point.
Shut the fuck up. You would be out first. Hannah, why would you be out?
No.
I'm sorry to make this happen.
I thought he said he'd be out second. I think I would go out third.
Let's set it up.
Because of hunger. I get so uncomfortable whenever I'm hungry. So I think hunger would get me. Mm-hmm.
Kai, why would you go out?
I don't know.
This nigga gonna try to act like he wouldn't lose. We never said you would win. None of us, the 5 of us, don't believe you would win. So you definitely go out. Just be honest. Why would make you go out?
That's why I said I just answered your question. I don't know. That is honest. I don't know everything.
I thought you said it would have something to do with like losing attention, and then you.
I feel like it could be that. Yeah, it could just be attention. Yeah, I feel like
that is the correct fucking answer. We know you can't pay attention.
Easily.
So what's next on our agenda here for the cookout episode?
we were talking about Jag. I did want to bring up a point about Jag. Okay, so understood that everyone's like, well, like the only way he's gotten far is because of comp wins. But this is my theory. Not my theory. This is how I just view Big Brother. I think there are different paths to getting to the end. You can get to the end being mainly social. You got Jordan, earlier seasons. You can get to the end just being compies. Mickey wasn't very likable, but Mickey won the comps. Mickey kept on winning. And I think what matters about winning is just winning when you actually need to, in my opinion. So I feel like Jack has a case to win, and he could win by being a mainly just comp-beast player. But there are different paths that you can get to, and you don't have to play the perfect game of like a little bit of social and a little bit of comp and a little bit of whatever. I think there are multiple paths to get to the end. What's important is articulating that at Final 2. I think in 19... Paul was very persuasive with people, but I think part of it was at Final 2, he never owned up to like being a freaking master manipulator, and that's how he lost. But really, there are all these paths to get to Final 2, but it's about articulating your path to get the jury to get on your side. Just my thoughts.
100%. It's funny because like I'm sure people are making comparisons with Jag. Like every season, there's always comparisons. There just are. It's inevitable. And people are making probably comparisons with Jag with like maybe BB US players, but like the way he's kind of getting through the game, it reminds me of Ty from BB from this most recent season of BB. Like he rubbed some people the wrong way, things like that. He almost left the game with Zach, but then he didn't, similar to Jag. But then how did Ty get to the end? He literally just kept winning everything. And guess what? He won. And it seems like Jag's kind of doing something similar. I don't know that his jury management is better than Matt, or I don't even know if I would say it's better than Bowie James, but he's winning everything and just kind of dominating that area to where it's once he gets to the end, it's like, hey, if he broke a competition record, that's not everything, but that is something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and say that in your speech. I mean, Holly had a great social game. Holly had a much better social game than Mickey did, but Mickey had the comps, and Mickey was able to articulate, like, yo, I kept winning, and I brought Holly here, and Mickey won.
Okay. Now, what's everyone's thoughts on Miss Felicia going home?
Oh. Felicia cracked me up.
Do you think that Jad made the right move by making Miss Felicia go home?
No. I would have kept Big D.
I mean, but what's the right... Actually, no, I'm not going to say that. There's different... People are going to... In my opinion, people play the game at different things that are more worth to them in their heart. I think there's still an ability for him to have a case. If he takes Felicia home, do I want Felicia to go home? Of course I do not. I would rather her... I want her to be able to stay in the house, you know? The objective... What? I think the objective move, yes, is to send Matt out because that's the bigger threat. You know, that's the largest threat that he has to get to the end. But this game, as we all know, you form these personal relationships, and it's really, 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 really hard to make those decisions. And I'm like, you're watching Jag. Jag was just crying this morning when he looked at Matt's picture on the wall at the thought of sending him home. Like, that is someone that's his buddy. And sometimes to some people, personal relationships matter more than objective things, and I can understand that.
Yes.
No, it ain't that hard.
Okay, it wasn't hard for you, nigga.
Right. I wish you would try to say
She just called you heartless and detached.
He said it was
yes,
$750,000 on the line. I never thought differently about it.
Look, okay, here's where I feel about like the whole, I guess, cutthroat aspect of Big Brother. Like if Jag cuts Matt, they were boys. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
My question to you was, what was your thoughts on him cutting Miss Felicia?
That's what he was saying.
Keep going. What happened?
Big D wanted his moment because Kai took it from him. And now it's 2 years later. He want to try to get his moment back.
No. Everybody shut up. I want to hear what X. Keep going.
Yeah. So when it comes to like that cutthroat aspect of the game, so right now he can choose to cut Matt, which would probably be Jack can choose to cut Matt, which would probably be deemed more of a cutthroat decision, or he can cut Miss Felicia. Now he can keep if he cuts Miss Felicia, Jag goes, and if Matt goes, and if Matt all of a sudden has a change of heart, Jag might be ass out, and then it's Matt and Bowie Jane sitting in final 2. If he cuts Miss Felicia, it's him versus, or if he cuts Matt, it's him versus Felicia and Bowie Jane. I like Jag's odds for winning those last competitions. When it comes to like that you're down to final 4 and you got to cut people in decisions. That's where you can also bring reality, I think, into these situations. Like, bro, you just met these people like 2 months ago. Like, these aren't friends that you've known for years. These aren't people that you went through grade school with. Like, bro, you just met them 2 months ago. Like, wake up. Wake up and do what you need to do. If you came there to win the money, cool. If you came there for friends, then move that way. But if you came there for the money, move for the money. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I think you should move. It just depends. Because, like, I think the game is a pressure cooker, but, like, when you take yourself out of it and look at it in reality, like, bro, I've only known these people for like a couple of months. Like,
but
that's not that long. Like, some of you guys would talk to people romantically for a couple of months and then like ghost them without thinking twice.
Yes, agreed. But however, sorry,
Go
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I've been talking.
My question to you is: at any point, did you ever feel like you were quite literally sentencing somebody to their death? Like, you could be a judge, and a case gets presented to you a couple hours prior, and then boom, you give somebody that death sentence. Did you ever feel like that? Because I certainly felt like that in the game, but maybe it does change the closer you make it to the end because you start seeing that light outside of BB. I just want to know.
No, it definitely hit me with both Christian and Alyssa's evictions.
Not Christian.
It definitely hit me because it definitely hit me. With those 2 evictions, I would say in particular, because that was like the first kind of time where I felt like, okay, this game is starting to get a little more real. Like, there are people that you like that you're like now just kind of having to be like, all right, peace. But by the time we got to like final 6, at that point, I was like, we this close. Like, at this point, you got to cut, you got to make whatever move. It's not necessarily easy, but do what you got to do. And like Hannah, I know the Taurus and you would have done the same thing.
I respect it. I'm not
probably
mad.
I
get it.
The thought, but I think that's easy.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with playing for your relations. I'm simply saying, for me personally, I'm this close. I'm gonna do what I have to do. It's not, and like I think you have to take things to like make it easier to do that. If that makes sense. I guess that's more what I'm saying. Like, you have to rationalize in your own head, why am I doing this? Because even though it's going to feel like a betrayal, you got to somehow try to find a way to humanize it. Otherwise, you're not going to make.
Yeah, you're not. I'm not trying to be malicious. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Yeah, it's not intentional. I came here to play a game,
but still be kind and respectful. Like, you can still be respectful while also playing the game that you need to play, which might mean you got to cut some people. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but that's my own personal opinion.
Don't speak too much, Mister. You don't have to pack your bags.
Yeah, no, like I said, no, I think like one, that's how your opinion, and honestly, you were able to win on that opinion. You were able to win on by playing that kind of like just like objective, like okay, I'm taking out the threats and I'm taking what's I feel is necessary for me to win. But I think like we say this all the time. if you're looking at a chess game, that makes sense. But Big Brother, we call it a game, but it's not a game. It's so much more than a game. I'm like, it's so much more than a game because of the fact that like the things that we go through when we leave the house and the therapy that we have to deal with when we leave the house and things like that. And like the effects that it has on us and our we always talk about how hard Big Brother is mentally. And with that being said, I mean, like it's obvious the close relationship that Matt and X have. I mean, sorry, I said Matt and X. I said Matt and Jag. My bad. Obvious
Freudian slip.
relationship that Matt and Jag have built. And while it is the objective reason to take Matt out, I know when I was in the house, I just didn't want to make a decision that like 20 years down the line, I'd be like, damn, and still thinking about it because this isn't just a chess game that you forget tomorrow, but it's something that you think of for quite some time. And like, I personally just don't think money is worth those types of things. Personally, that's just my opinion. But we all have different opinions on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not a money motivated person.
It's going to depend on who you are. Like Dan Giesling will cut anybody, and that's part of the reason why he's considered one of the best of all time with Big Brother.
Yeah,
because
and that's also why
he's
a whole
willing
lot
to
of
go
people
through
are in
extreme
therapy
lengths.
as a result of him.
You made it to the end twice. I'm not saying
He did, and he
I'm just
fucked the
saying,
whole
like,
rack of minds up.
I think it depends. I think it depends on the people. I will say that.
100%.
I think it depends on the
on
people. I think
like your
that.
makeup.
Yes, I think it depends on who's in the house and who's there.
A nigga who's tiny.
What kind of
Did
trouble
Kai
they
just
getting
say
in?
nigga? When's the
He
last time
did.
y'all heard Kai say nigga?
I have
Never.
Twice.
Probably since the Big Brother
I've
house.
actually never heard you say nigga, Kai.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say like 2010, maybe 2006 when Akon was singing them songs.
Not Akon.
When OJ got
Okay.
set free.
I was with a lot of my
So
black
get-
friends last night. It's fun.
Nelly.
And yesterday,
Okay.
in general.
Okay.
He said I was
to
with my
get into
cousins.
Our next
It was
segment.
niggas.
Lord Jesus.
I could say it when I was with them.
Let Big D have his moment. I will say this. Go ahead, Big D.
Y'all niggas don't know how to shut the fuck up. Now, let me get
So?
to my next
I
segment.
know you
okay?
ain't want to talk with your bald headed ass.
Listen here, you bald-headed bitch. Shut up. Now, to get to the next segment, the challenge 39. We love talking about the challenge here, okay? We have a special guest with us, of course, Kyland, who has been all over the United States working his ass off, okay, by networking and also
The
on
United
billboards.
States. Y'all didn't hear that shit all over the United States.
United States.
United States.
Okay. All right. Now we get to episode 2. Okay. I want to leave off where we left off last time. We started.
I want to
this
leave off
episode
where we
with
left off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so
we have
sorry.
Big
That was
T.
rude. That was rude.
Big T just won her first elimination. Her first elimination of the season. Okay.
Okay.
You guys are fucking me up now. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Oh,
I'm
Jay.
sorry.
Jay from the challenge. He talks about how he
Jay
wants
from
it
the
to be
challenge who won the
America
challenge.
Yes, Jay was on the challenge. Yes, please.
Why you
Lord
gotta say then
Jesus.
Jay from the challenge? Do we say Kylan from the challenge? Do we say Johnny Bananas from the challenge? Ain't they all on the challenge? Do we know they
Makes a
from
good
the
point.
challenge?
She make objectively.
That's
she
actually
makes
a
good
fair point.
Jay decides that he wants it to be like America versus internationals in the house. Okay, he has many ties. It seems like that's like he's like I got Michelle, I got this person, I got all these other people. Okay, Shanti talks about how he wants to win this game for his child, America. What's her name? Sorry, Amber.
Did you say Sean T from like?
Is his name Shanti?
Chauncey.
Sean T from like?
Oh, Chauncey.
Sean,
Oh.
Sean T from like P90X, ain't he?
P90X,
Isn't that Sean
yes.
T? Isn't that Sean
Okay.
T?
I'm sorry, Kylan, say it one more time. What's his name?
Chauncey.
Yeah, insanity.
Chauncey. Okay, so Chauncey talks about while X is working out. Chauncey talks about how he wants to win this game because he has a child at home with Amber. Okay, now
Sunny.
in this
That's my
episode,
queen.
in this episode, Kylan is putting the moves on Melissa. We will get to that a little bit later. Okay, the first game that they're playing, they go into their first the other competition. They are playing this game called Control the Ball, where they have to make a human ladder.
Wait.
Okay.
Ball control.
What if Kyland explains? Yeah.
I haven't
Please let
got there.
Kylan explain.
I'm going to let him explain. Just let me get to the. We only listen. We didn't get to him.
You ain't even on the show. You ain't even on the
You're
show.
not.
He's on the
We
show.
ain't
Let
get-
him
You're
explain.
not. I agree with
I
Hannah.
didn't get to the part for him to explain. I
You
didn't
don't
get
have
to
to
the part
get
for
to
him to
nothing.
explain.
You don't have to get to nothing, Kylan. You don't have to get to nothing. Let Kylan get it. Kylan, can you tell us what happened?
Yeah. All right. So the second challenge, still in the control section of the game. So all of us are working together
Hell
as
yeah.
one whole team.
Hell yeah.
It's
Hell yeah.
ball
nigga,
control.
Come on. Sorry.
And for ball control, we have to all jump into the water and assemble human ladders up both sides of this structure that's hanging above the water. And we have to then grab these balls that are off in the water somewhere. They have everybody's
Hell
name on
yeah.
them.
You gotta what you gotta do? What you gotta do, Kyle?
Yep. We have to
You got
grab
what?
all of these balls.
That's
Make
right.
sure we
Grab
have a
the
nice
ball.
firm hold on all these balls, and then pass these balls to each other, pass them up, so that way we can put them in the hole at the top, so we can put
Hell yeah.
all the
Balls
balls
and holes, you said.
have to make it
Balls in the
into
hole.
that.
Balls and holes.
Actually, all the balls must make it into that cylinder chute. We must, place those in, but everyone can only put their own ball into
Hell
the hole.
yeah.
So you can't put someone else's ball. You have to put your own ball.
Can't be
into the
grabbing
hole.
nobody else's
So-
ball and putting it in the
Oh,
hole.
get it in there, boy. Get it in there.
Hannah, y'all made Hannah leave.
Ball in
All
there.
right. Okay. So
You guys
anyway,
are too old.
it is
Oh,
some
please.
SWAT team shit,
Tell 'em how you really
and
feel, Hannah.
they really tried to make it seem like this was doable. We were really set up to fail here. I gotta say, because
Agreed.
it's like
You guys
it's one of
were
those
set
things
up to
that's
fail.
very like the first one. The first challenge, we should have had it with the whole control and the puzzle.
Yes.
But
Yes.
this one was one where we're like, this team, like, there's no way, because we had to use both sides, and not everyone could make it up the ladder. So if people can't make it, and you're not allowed to climb up by yourself, like if one of us just wanted to climb up by ourselves, we weren't allowed to do that. If one of us wanted to skip a spot, we weren't allowed to do that. So it just was like really set up that every person has to accomplish this. And we had people on our team that just that physically could not accomplish it. So we just weren't allowed to do it. And
Let me ask you this.
we could have done better, for sure. We could have done better. But, and everyone did their best. And that's what I said. It's not everyone's best is the same. And that was the challenge.
What made this challenge so hard?
Oh wait, Big D was saying something.
Yeah.
I just want to shout out that is Seren, what's his name? Like the
Kieran?
England boy with all the
Kieran.
whatever.
No,
his-
He's from
the arm
Australia.
boy.
So like what
The arm
I'll
boy.
show ya another I'll show ya. So here's my thing about Kieran, okay? Because I'll show you they talk with their teeth. I realized that. I'll show ya. That's how
I'm
they
gonna smack
talk.
the shit out you.
So, it seems like he wants to take lead again. And I don't know if I felt like that was good. I also saw you, Kylan, trying to give people chances to talk, which I saw you taking on that leader role because everyone was talking over each other. And you're like, hey, hold on, let this person talk. Let this person talk to kind of figure out the challenge. But you're right. You guys were doomed from the beginning. Like, that was physically impossible for everyone to do that challenge. Like, there was no way in hell all of y'all were going to do that. So production kind of did y'all dirty, but it was interesting to watch, but it was also very scary. Like, wasn't it scary to, like, stand on people's, like, heads and shit like that? Like, could you imagine if you had to get me up there and then I fell? Could you imagine? Everyone would die probably, right? Like, I felt bad.
That was a concern. That was...
Kylan seemed like
Yeah, so-
Kylan seemed like he liked standing on people's heads.
I mean, Kylan did great. He was trying his best.
As I said.
Okay. You guys lose the challenge. But TJ,
Well, I was actually underneath helping move people up, and just kind of.
he was kind of in the middle, like a little bit in the middle, and then he was like, "Hey guys, this is not going to work, and we need to bring some people down and try to get some more, other people up." Azah,
Now,
yes?
Kai, can you tell
No,
us
I'm-
what was so hard about that challenge? Oh, sorry, Azah. Go ahead. I'm going on mute.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. I didn't watch, so I was actually
All right.
wondering, like,
So yeah, what was so hard? It was really just the setup. It was the fact that the rules in place were that we had to get everyone up, and I think that it was one of those things where if we could place people where their strengths, or challenges could be taken into account and everyone could do different things, then we'd have a better chance. But since every person had to accomplish essentially the same goal of climbing up this rope, climbing over people, stepping on people, and everything was placed at a distance they had to reach, it was just not set up for the variety of people that we had.
Shout out to Olivia. Yes, Olivia did great. She was letting men step on her, like literally. I was like, wow, that is impressive. Okay,
Olivia's my queen. Olivia and Nerese, I love them.
I think they're both dope.
I think they're.
I love them. Yeah, I love them, and I love them. I love them. I do want to shout out to one part I did enjoy. Might be a little bit of PG. I mean, rated R. The dick prints were everything this episode. They were everything.
Derek, you know you can't show a video. It's
I'm
6
telling
of us
you,
rolling.
I was really like, wow, like this water challenge and the shorts they had y'all in. Kyland, we saw all of it. It was everybody's shit was out this episode, and I was like rewinding because I was so impressed. Like everybody's shit was out. Okay, I put that in my notes. That's what I have. Okay?
Regardless of how well the show's doing, I feel like people are definitely acknowledging we have one of the better looking casts. I feel like I just get lucky. Same thing with BB25. I feel like we've just I keep ending up with all the beautiful people. So I think that is never hurts.
Yes.
Well,
so you guys
like
lost.
Water always said that water always separates the men from the boys.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, Azah. So you guys only gained $6,000 from that
Who
challenge.
said that?
You guys were only able to get a bunch of balls in there. Okay. Now we get to the house is kind of trying to figure out because during this challenge, Chauncey, I hope I said that right.
Chauncey.
Oh my
Chauncey.
And
Lord.
Like think of Sean, so somebody named Sean, and then think of the ocean, sea.
Damn, he got a nigga name.
Chauncey.
Okay, Chauncey. Okay. So then we have
I feel like that's an old English name or something. But
I don't know.
It is. It's like a Shakespeare. It's like a Victorian English name.
Yes, this is literally
Yeah.
the name of one of like the royals.
It's like Bartholomew, like Bartholomew Chauncey.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving.
all right, but what's your question on Chauncey? Because actually, that was that was.
I want to get
a
to
struggle.
This. Yes, I want to get to this. So yes, with him being like this athlete, he's like everyone's looking at him as a big athlete. He didn't do well in the challenge. Same thing with Huey. Huey didn't do well in the challenge, and I felt so bad for Huey because I know he wants to try. He's a bigger dude, but there was nothing. It was impossible. So it seems like the house wants it to be a male's day, and they both come up short in the challenge. Okay, Huey's trying to figure out if he's going in or not. Now we cut to the club. Okay, now everybody needs to listen.
Pause. Kind of seemed like he had something he wanted to contribute to the house dynamic of how this Chauncey Huey thing transpired before they either got to the club or the way they edited it. Can we get some details around that?
No, yeah, for sure. I would say Chauncey is super strong. Like you can see, he's a very well-built, athletic person. I feel like heights may have come into play. If you remember in Ride or Dies, he actually backed out of a challenge, a daily, because of the heights kind of got to him. And I feel like that was probably the case here because we were really high up out of the water as you were climbing. And then so I think that you're already doing something physically difficult, and then you add in that fear element, and that can come in and be the obstacle. Huey was having trouble on our side just getting himself up because that's wasn't his strong suit. But so then you had everyone looking for all right, what's the blame? And me and Chauncey were on separate sides of the rope. So I didn't even know we didn't make it up. On our rope, I knew that Huey was our only one that we had trouble that couldn't get up. So that's why I was like, all right, for me, let's get this, let's build the team stronger so we can keep raising more money because we want to get more money overall. That was my main mindset. And Chauncey, and for me, the other side of it too, I was like, let's just run with the numbers. Like we see every year, vets will make up half the house, and they'll just be like, let's just stick together, vote blindly pretty much, and stick with this majority. And that's how I felt about the U.S. team, because what they don't really show is the ideas to target Chauncey weren't just building up on their own among people in the U.S. the people on that were the internationals were very strategically like bringing up little side comments here and there and throughout the night throughout the club, and like whether or not it was a unified effort, I don't know if it was, but there was definitely an awareness of them like, no, like we need to direct towards a U.S. person. That's why I was like, I don't want to play into their hand like that. Let's make sure we just keep these numbers and we'll figure it out later.
Okay. Okay. Kai is in the club, okay, and
Christian,
they
bring
start,
me my wine.
So
Popping
Kai is
bottles.
on stage with
Boy,
Melissa, okay? Picture this scene. I'm Kai, this is Melissa, okay? And they start going, kiss, 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 kiss. Kylan talking about something. Huh? Who? What? I can't, what? What are you guys saying? Who? What? What are they saying? Huh?
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Whoa. What is it?
What
He
is
said,
it good?
What?
Who?
What is it
Kai
good
act like he
for?
went deaf.
Absolutely
Kai couldn't hear
nothing.
anything, okay? So I was very confused because when this happened, you know, they cut to Kai saying, you know, I don't like to kiss people in public. But it just kind of confused me because you kissed me in public. So is it because I was more attractive than Melissa?
And Whitney.
Is that why? And
That's
so
What?
Kai, explain what happened.
So
that
as you
caused
guys may
this-
recall, you're all equally beautiful. It is the in your own way.
Well,
We're
in
inside
our
a
own
house.
way.
Remember, you guys, when we live together, we live in a house.
Yeah.
So that doesn't feel like public. That's just in the family. Like all of us were just together in the house.
Oh, you like
So,
incest
family.
kissing.
Why
I
are
got
you-
it.
why
I
are
take
you
my
kissing
crown.
people
Never
in your
mind. You answered
family?
the question. He said, I want to kiss my family in the mouth,
He kissed
goddamn,
my
not
just-
strangers.
I was just trying-
Not
why
beautiful,
are you
hot
this
women.
way? Why are you guys this way?
Why did you say that?
That must
Kai?
be the
You made it weird.
that must be the
You made it
European
funny. You made it
ancestry
weird.
creeping
All
in.
right.
He thought that
Somewhere
was going to
down
be
the
better.
family.
Listen.
Yeah.
No, I ain't
Kai,
taking
just
out
explain.
shit. We ain't
Listen.
taking that out.
All right,
If
the
you
point
cut
is,
that, I'll cut you.
inside of the house feels like private. It doesn't feel like public. Out in the club,
Okay.
we're out.
So you mean
around
being
people.
recorded by 100 cameras all day, 24/7, don't feel like nothing to you? That shit
Doesn't
feel
feel
like
the same
normal.
way.
That's nothing. Yeah,
Kai,
what
you
say?
just know
What
we
you say
love
there?
you
What you
'cause
say
we-
there?
It doesn't
Huh,
feel
that
the
boy?
same
What you say?
way. You know?
don't feel the
and then
same. We
also
know
what
it
they
don't feel
didn't
the
show,
same.
what they didn't show was that also afterwards,
What didn't
I
they
did
show,
feel
Kai?
bad.
What didn't they show?
You
I
did
did
feel
feel-
bad.
I
so
did
you,
feel
so
bad
you, so
about-
you slobbed on her down. You slobbed her down.
No, I brought her
you said
back
she
to
had
the
a knob?
stage for everybody. So to this is the exclusive interview, you know. All right,
Okay,
I brought her
good,
back
good.
to the stage
Okay.
for everybody
Backstage,
to
all right.
for everybody to see, so I could get the kiss because I understood that she felt a certain type of public, you know, embarrassment, which I don't know. It just is so different. Like for me, I just was like, why would anybody?
X,
be
stop being that weird.
because
No, stop
somebody
being
makes a
that weird
personal
uncle.
decision?
Kai.
No,
No,
I'm
but
beat that
but
word
but
up.
wait a
What you
minute.
do,
I do
young
want to
blood?
say. I want to say.
Uh-uh.
Young blood?
It did.
Listen,
This don't
listen.
happen. This don't happen often. And I'm not even gonna put it in words. I'm gonna say, in a man's defense, if I didn't want to kiss a guy, and everybody was like, kiss her, and I'm like, no, I'm not kissing him. No one would be mad at me for not kissing this man. They would be like, she don't have to fucking kiss him. And I'll give you an example. When Caleb and Amber were together on Big Brother and he liked her and she didn't like him, nobody was like, you should like him. She didn't fucking like him. And that was okay. I'm not saying Kyland doesn't like her. He obviously does. But he didn't want to kiss her in the moment. Now, why? We don't know. Now, tell us, what kind of kiss did you give her when you brought her back on stage? Because if it was one of them bullshit, when your daddy still want to kiss you in the mouth and you too old for that shit, you could have kept it.
Your daddy?
Wait, what?
Technical foul. Why you even bring dads into this? Like,
Your daddy?
that was-
You too
I'm done.
old, Tiffany. I didn't kiss my dad in the mouth since I was 5 years old.
Been too old.
oh, awesome.
Okay, Kylan. Okay, so we cut to Kylan.
Oh, you ain't gonna let him get away without telling us what kind of kiss in the mouth he gave that girl. It could still been on the ear. What kind of kiss was it?
It was a
Was he a
proper
daddy
kiss.
kiss?
It was a.
In the mouth.
Why would you say daddy? What is happening? Stop bringing up dads kissing the people. This is not.
Their
So you
daughters.
kissed her in the mouth. Was it a little tongue or was it a peck? It was some tongue.
I kissed
If
her
it was-
properly. I kissed her properly.
Okay, not a daddy.
If you pecked her, I don't know. Nobody
It
knows.
was,
We
it was
would
not.
peck a
It was
kid.
not. It was not a weird peck. Okay.
Attaboy.
You already
make
ain't
up.
got much.
Attaboy.
You already ain't got much lips. You need to
You give her
pucker.
a
You have to. You have to. You need to
nice
puck.
little Lannister kiss.
What? I'm sorry. I thought this was a private conversation. See, when you in the house, it's different. We was in the house.
Okay, we cut to. I do want to. I also want to shout out to Kyland wearing his bonnet at night.
Shout
which
out to
cracked
the
me
bonnet.
Thank you, Azah.
Yes.
We saw.
He
the
said, "Bitch,
bonnet.
I kissed you, but you ain't gonna fuck up these curls."
Right.
I'm a
okay.
pimp.
I'm
Also
sorry. I'm
cut
sorry.
to-
God damn it.
Wait. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Time out. Also, why haven't you started a bonnet line? Because you really have inspired a wave, I think.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate the legacy that I have left in my time on
You have.
reality television. Thank you. I just got a lot of stuff going on, so you
That's
know,
right.
it's hard.
Oh, yeah. Okay. True. True.
Let's add it.
I did. And actually, in my house shops events, I do, not this year, but I did have, like, people who got VIP bags. I had bonnets in them, too. Yeah.
Well, those
okay, I
weren't
love
yours. This could be your bonnets.
Right.
This
We
is
need to
true.
get your bonnets.
This is
Okay.
true.
We
Yes,
also
X
cut
got a
to-
comment. X
Xavier.
got a something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, X.
X has got to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
X.
X has got to go.
well,
Sorry,
damn.
this
It
has
was
been
so
a
good
blast.
having you here.
I've had fun. I've had so much fun reconnecting with you guys. It's been a blast. What the
Reconnecting.
hell was that?
Reconnecting. We talk all the time.
Reconnecting. Reconnecting. Reconnecting.
Well, 6 in one time. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
X, we're so
yes.
glad you were able to join us. Thank you so much, and we wish you the best of luck on your endeavors and what you do next. We know we'll never see you in public because you'll never show up to anything, but you are a winner of Big Brother 23. Unfortunately,
How many bigs?
Big break.
You are
Whatever
the
you do,
the
we'll
big,
support
big,
Or
big,
big
big.
bald ass bitch. Big
Big
bald
brother.
ass
Big
bitch.
brother.
Okay. Bye, X. Have a great
Okay.
day.
Bye, X. We love
Bye, Big
you.
D, your boss.
Bye.
Bye to my sisters, Hannah, Tiff, and Azah. Kai, I know what you're doing on that show, boy. Keep me
Down.
X, you sound like such a
freaky
weird
freak.
uncle. No, Xavier, you sound like such a weird uncle. I'm gonna need you to know.
He put his tongue out, too.
No.
Okay, we cut
I'm
to-
sorry.
I just wanna get
I
to
feel
this
like we
real
all
quick.
have that
We
one
cut-
uncle.
yeah,
Cut
Music
to
is that in the back.
Kylan doing what he does best, which is talking someone's ear off. He talks to Melissa constantly, but she knows that Kylan's really focused on the game. She could see that he is focused on the game. She's focused on the D, and he's focused on the game, and she does not care about what Kylan's talking about.
It
we
all
do cut
depends
to
on what you
Kylan
came
giving
there
her
for.
a kiss. We do cut to Kylan giving her a kiss when they go to sleep. Okay. Now, Noree and Olivia are not caring for Raven. Okay. They
Who's
feel like
Noree?
Raven is that her name? Did I say it wrong?
No, Nerese with an S at the end.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nerese and Olivia don't care for Raven. Raven is playing both sides of the house, okay? Raven is supposed to be loyal to the same girls from the Challenge 38. It seems like Raven's kind of going off and working with, like, the international.
Is that
working
what's
off
going
with-
on, Kai? Can we get the inside scoop?
No, I mean, I feel like it is kind of what you see. The girls from Ride or Dies came in. They wanted to work together. Obviously, Raven and Nerese had like a background of beef that, you know, from their season and with Johnny and with the reunion. But they had wanted to bury the hatchet and come in. They're like, yo, we got a solid squad here of I think like 4 or 5 girls from Ride or Dies. They're like, let's just stay cool. But I feel like, you know, in all fairness to Raven, that there was like still a disconnect. Like she was on the outs of that group, of the core group of those girls. Kind of felt that. And Kieran was there to slide in with his tattoos and accent and fill that gap of the bond that she felt like she was missing from the girls. And she, you know, was receptive to that.
Kylan
And so
said,
she,
I feel
you know,
in
felt
gaps,
comfortable.
too. I'm like, caulk.
Oh no. Okay.
I
have a question about the game.
So she started leaking information. She started leaking information to them kind of casually, and like that's the other thing too. This is her. You know, she hasn't played these type of games. She only did a couple. The first 3 dailies in Ride or Dies, and she did really well. They won one of those 3, but she just wasn't as used to the strategic side, and I think that kind of naivety came through in her, like, just spilling beans, because she didn't even realize that she did it. Like, even when I talked to her, like, she was like, oh wait, oh yeah, I guess I was bad.
I have a question though about the game. Yeah, because okay, so obviously you have Team USA working together, or Team US, and Chauncey is an American, Huey is not an American, yet Raven was sort of looked at as a traitor for wanting to keep Chauncey and wanting to send Huey home. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, essentially they kind of turned on Chauncey really early. And how much of it was like personal leftover baggage from last year, or how much of it was him, having conversations with multiple people. I feel like he was maybe put himself out there a little bit by trying to let people know, like, hey, I'm here to win. I'm not here just to work with America. I'm here to work with whoever, and may have advertised that a little bit too heavy. But then even that felt like some hypocrisy, because you have people like Jay, like Michelle, who have these relationships with people from internationals. Yeah, well, but this is before, so that's why Chado was asking about it, because it was like before we even got to his speech, they had started going against him, and a lot of it, I think, like I said, I don't know how much of it was personal, because there was an element of hypocrisy there. You have people, Jay and Michelle, that have all these relationships with the internationals that they played with, and they're like sitting here with Chauncey, like, I can't believe that he's, not locked in on America. It's like, well, you guys aren't too, but they saw an opening because they knew that there was like personal beef between, Chauncey and some of the girls from Ride or Die, so I feel like they kind of just used that, and he, as we saw then and later, didn't do himself any good favors to avoid that.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Which we get into that. I just sidebar. Callum is a fucking joke. I'm gonna say that, and I want that to be on record. He is a joke. Okay, I've never seen a womanizer. He is a womanizer. He is disgusting. I would love
that's the
to
one
see
that like Michelle.
I would love to get in the ring with him and beat the balls off of him. He's a joke. Okay. Now, we get to Huey. Huey, we're at the
Wait,
speech,
I've never seen this man in my life. What?
He's been on X on the Beach, everything. He's a joke. Please don't.
He's been on a lot of stuff in the UK, like 15 shows or something.
The name
wild
sounds
like
familiar.
But
yeah,
all
you've
UK
seen
stuff.
Before? Yeah, you've seen it before. Okay.
Well,
Kyland, stay away from him. I don't want you getting too close to him. I wouldn't trust him. Please don't. I don't like him I don't like him. No. Okay. Now, we get to Deliberation. This is where we get into the speeches that we kind of like shot, I feel like really messed up like Chauncey's, opportunities of trying to not go in. Okay. Kyland, give me your feedback on it seems like in this moment he starts asking people like, hey, you could trust me, like remember, Hirachi, what's his name? Hirachi? Is that his name? Horacio?
There you go.
He asks Horacio, hey, did I ever do you wrong? Do you like trust me? And then he cuts to them going a clip back from 38 when he actually did him wrong. And then he turns and he goes, oh, Michelle, did I ever do you wrong? And then they're cut to a clip of him doing something wrong to Michelle and Jay. What's going through your head like when this is happening?
Oh man, I feel like that was a struggle. That was probably when I felt like, for very different reasons. I'm sure I felt like some of y'all, if I go on a rant and you're just like, well, this man shut up, because that's exactly how I felt. I was like, well, this guy, please stop talking, because I've already fighting this uphill battle of like, let's just stay U.S. strong. Let's keep these numbers. Yeah. We already have one up. We can keep this 12 because we're using a popular vote. Let's just keep this 12 solid for a while, as long as we can, and have a simple ride. And they are so quickly just like, no, they're trying to turn on him already. So all I could think is, I was like, we saw last week when you talk at the Deliberation, it doesn't help your case. So you don't really need to talk. And then he did decide just to open up with Horacio as far as like, hey, like, have I ever done you wrong? And, that was, he's like, I already knew that. I don't know if he knew. It didn't make sense necessarily, but then he went down the line for everybody, and everybody had something. Now, I will say a lot of those cases probably were not very fair or valid because there were other people that did him wrong. In some cases first. So it's kind of like, all right, that's messed up for not acknowledged. But it just was not, it was a very, it backfired really heavy. And there was even more people than they showed. Yeah, counterproductive, for sure, counterproductive. It was just like, I was like, I don't know what to do anymore.
It's almost like somebody, it's almost like somebody saying, oh, don't look at this. Well, of course you're going to look at that. Like, oh, have I ever done you wrong? Okay, now I'm going to start reflecting on all of the times you did me wrong. So, yeah, I don't know why he did that. That did not make sense to me. But I did have another question for you because you were the first person, I'd say, I really know who has done MTV's version of the challenge. So what is the biggest difference between playing MTV's version of the challenge and playing Big Brother, just in terms of the sociability, the strategy? I know you didn't go in as well connected to other people as some of them were, but also you walk into the Big Brother house being complete strangers. Although you weren't a stranger to them, they very much knew who you were. I'm just curious about it.
I get you. Yeah, wait, so you're asking on the difference between the USA and MTV, or between Big Brother and MTV?
Big Brother and MTV's version of the challenge, yeah. Hello?
Okay. Yeah, you said Big Brother and you mean CBS and or just Big Brother, sorry.
Yeah, no, like big, not the Challenge USA. Big Brother MTV.
Okay, got you. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I think that's the wildest part, is the fact that you are all strangers, as opposed to meeting people that even if you don't know them, you know of them, or the people around you know of them. So you can always find out information from someone else. So you can't come in with the same, you kind of take more things, I don't want to say like face value, but as far as like, you come in, it's not first impressions. First impressions aren't outweighed by what you know about the people as much. And I think that's such a big difference in that game, as I'd imagine like any returnee sort of game would be the case. It's like, okay, I know something about this person, and that's going to shape how I feel. I'd say another side of it too, though, that was noticeable for me was I was the only person out of all 24 people that never played any game with the other people there. Everyone had played in some sort of game together, and that's a whole different relationship. Like, I could have a tight relationship with someone, but if I didn't go to war with them, as these games can feel, then it's like our relationship isn't going to be, unless we have some really tight thing, our relationship is not going to be as strong in this environment, because you're in this simulated outside environment, and that definitely is we start out with such uneven ground compared to Big Brother, where, being all strangers, being all new, there's a lot of things are more even, as opposed to like, all right, this person already has all these ties, all these relationships, and that ends up making a difference.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure.
All right. So we get to
Bye,
Shanti.
guys.
I
gotta go.
We get to Shanti. He ends up going into elimination. Okay. He ends up picking James, who's like one of the biggest guys in the house. Looking at the elimination, it looks like it's all about speed. So, he did keep his word of not voting, picking anybody on America, because he wanted to kind of show, hey, I'm still loyal to you guys, so let me make my wrongs right. He picks James, and they had to do this challenge where it was kind of, I don't know, kind of like a tic-tac-toe like type of thing.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Get three in a row.
Yeah, Connect Four,
lights.
Tic-tac-toe, kind of a combination of them with the speed element. And like, I would say too, props to Chauncey as far as like picking James, because he didn't just pick out James as like a big, because we couldn't tell that it was just about speed. Like, we knew speed. Before we got the rules, before they got the detailed rules, we actually thought it was just strategy. We didn't know that speed was going to play such a factor until we found out more about it. So he actually picked somebody who he was just like, I want to make a statement if I'm going to be down here. So it was like actually a courageous move. It wasn't somebody that he thought was going to be slower. He talked about that after they got the rules and stuff, but straight up from the beginning, he's like, I want to pick somebody that is a big threat. This person, burned a vote. They're not on my side. Now, that being said, I definitely it was interesting. Like I understood why, but at the same time I was like, it'd be hard for me to not throw out a threat as far as like, yo, if Team USA picks me and you guys say you want to work with me, then I'm absolutely going to pick one of you guys, because at least put out that threat. Like, why not? Like, I don't know why. I will say, because you'll see it more, like USA, like not all of them, a group of people do a very good job of convincing people like, hey, like this is just your penance, you know, for what you did. But as soon as you come back, we're going to obviously bring you in and work with you or whatever. And like, that's what they, you know, were presenting to him. And like, it was I understand the thought process of wanting to rebuild, like, you know, relationships and stuff, but I don't know, to give them that up front, like, don't worry, I'm not gonna pick you guys.
No, of course.
You know, give them more permission to throw them in.
I would have picked somebody. I would have picked somebody from US to call it a day and be like, "Fuck y'all, I don't care. Y'all threw me in, so I'm picking somebody." So just to kind of go over, James ends up beating him by 1 point, which I found like, wow, that was. And it looked very intense. It was just. It looked like suicides, kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like a lot of times. But I think James just kind of outsmarted him with the moves that he was making, and it worked out in his favor. So, but that was the episode recap. Kyland, do you have anything you want to add to the Challenge USA episode 2 episode, or
that was not
anything?
USA Love, MTV.
I'm sorry. Woo! Stop. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. Let me cut that. Do you have anything you want to add to the Challenge 39? We're so proud to see you there. We're all happy for you. Can't wait to see you. Glad you're competing and didn't get eliminated this episode. Anything you want to add?
No, I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think of anything of value. No, I mean, I feel like this is a good shift episode as far as like seeing, you know, that, okay, there's not this united American front. There's not really any groups that are super tight, and you see people, especially, I don't know, you just start to see the lines tear, and I think I feel like it will be interesting to watch where this unravels and where this strengthens as we go on further in the season.
All right, I'm here for it. All right. Okay, I'll let you guys go. Love you guys. See ya.
All right, love you guys.
Right.
Good job.
All right,
Bye.
bye. All right, guys, our favorite segment, me and Tiffany's favorite segment, okay? Survivor 45. We are now at episode 6, okay? We just left off where Brando just went home, okay? We cut to Reba Tribe. Emily voted with Drew and Austin because she felt comfortable with them. Kendra wants to get revenge on Emily for voting out Brando. That really did make her upset, okay? Lulu, we cut to Lulu Tribe. Lulu is looking for the hidden immunity idol. Okay, they know there's a hidden immunity idol because.
So this is Bruce and Caleb and Katura. Then there's one more person, right?
Yep.
Oh, Jake.
Yes. And Jake. Yes. Okay. And also Kelly. I think Kelly's on that tribe too. Mm-hmm. Yes, so yeah, they were trying to find this hidden immunity idol. Bruce finds the, obviously it's a beware, so it says beware, you know, which means when you open it, you have to do all the tasks. While they're looking for this, Katendra, I hope I said that right, Katira, she is somewhere off doing something else. She's not even with them. So Bruce reads it out loud to everybody else in the tribe, and lo and behold, he finds out that he has to dig underneath the shelter to find the hidden immunity idol. Keep in mind, until he finds this idol, he has lost his voice. Lost his vote. He gets back to the shelter. He doesn't want
Katura to see him searching.
Correct. That is correct. Okay.
And so Jake comes up with a plan to act like he lost his ring so that he can keep searching in the sand. And then Katura comes up before that plan goes into action, but they want to keep searching. And Bruce is trying to act like he's not searching for anything because he knows him and Katura have this silent feud between the two of them, who can get the other first. But then the boat pulls up. Nope, you're on mute, babe.
The boat pulls up, like you said, Tiff, and luckily he finds it at the very last second. So it works out for him to get him. He has his vote back. It's day 12. The merge is happening, okay? Bruce is going...
I'm telling you. I said, didn't they just get on a new island yesterday?
It is a big merge. It is a very big merge. You are right.
The quickest merge.
I think it's a big merge too, and it's the quickest merge ever too. Yeah,
it's the big merge.
Okay,
it's all of them.
Yeah, Bruce is going into this merge with a immunity idol. Okay, Reba is coming together to come up with a plan because now that everyone's together, they still are okay with getting rid of Jay. I don't know why they have this like thing about getting rid of Jay when they should be all working together, but they're kind of like, we'll get rid of Jay to show everybody that we're willing to work with everybody. Okay. Caleb, baby. Caleb is working everyone. He is trying to show everyone
he is the mayor. Here is the mayor of the Survivor 45.
The mayor, okay? You're right, Tiff, because he was working everybody, okay?
Yes, he is.
Bruce starts freaking out because no one's talking to him. You can really show Bruce is showing his colors now.
Well, he's anxious. He notices that the energy and the vibe is different. He says it. He brings it up to Katura. He goes, when we was back at the camp, everybody was talking to me. We get out here, nobody's talking to me, and Caleb's talking to everybody. He is uncomfortable with Caleb, and I think that with men, how it goes. No, men want to be the leader. It can't be too many chiefs now. Ain't gonna be too many chiefs. So Bruce he want to play drunk Uncle Bruce, but really he wants to be the one with the power and the control.
Yeah, Tip, that's right. Yeah, I didn't even think about it that way. You're right. Yeah, that's true. He also sees that Caleb is floating around, so he calls that out. Bruce is paranoid, so he really is like getting himself in trouble with all this. Okay, I don't think this was good for his game. Okay, we get to the first challenge. They have to go through an obstacle with 2 hard puzzles at the end. This was something new. I don't think I've ever saw them do 2 puzzles at the end.
Yeah, because it ended up being a puzzle and a riddle.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. So Jeff lets them know, the first team that wins this challenge, because he kind of let them know before they got there, hey, you guys all might be together, but you guys haven't made the merge yet. Y'all just hanging out. Y'all haven't make the merge yet. Y'all ain't got y'all merge buffs. So Jeff lets them know that the first team that wins the challenge will make the merge. The other team will be up for tribal council. Okay, it's 6 versus 6, but one player has to sit out.
Well, the person who gets the rock. So Jeff had gone around and had them all pull new buffs out of the bag, and they got to see which tribe they would be on to compete, which team they'd be on to compete. But someone would get a gray rock, and whoever got that gray rock is who would have to sit out and also choose their team blindly before they competed. And that person was Katura. And Katura... Yes. And I looked at those 2 teams. There were 4 teams. There was a team. I think it was the red team had 4 girls.
Yes.
And 2 guys. And then the blue team had 4 guys and 2 girls. And I'm like, if I'm Katura, and I have to go based on these 2 teams. One team looked more stacked than the other, but also when I looked at the red team and I looked at the 4 girls on that team with the 2 guys, she was going to be on the bottom of that team. And even though the other team that she chose, the blue team had Bruce, which she was at the bottom of Bruce's team too, she had a better chance of being higher with their team because she had a relationship with them already. So I also was saying to myself, Katura, pick the blue team or whichever one that was that had the 4 guys and the 2 girls, and Bruce was on it too.
Yep. Because that would have been good in case, like you said, if they lost, they could have target Bruce. But blue team wins. Red team loses, which means the people that lost on red team is Emily, Caleb, D, J, Jake, and Kelly. Okay.
Okay, Big D, can I tell you, this kind of scared me because, and I keep going back and forth in my mind with, I try to emotionally detach. I almost don't even try to go for a winner when I'm watching these shows. I really just try to do it so I can have a podcast about it and speak objectively. I try not to get involved with like who I really want to win, but I can't help it. And I have this Drew and Austin thing that I like because I like Drew and I like Austin. I do. But then also I actually have a really strong like for Caleb and Emily. And when I saw them together, I was like, yes. But then when I saw that they lost, I'm like, I don't want to lose either one of them. So when the teams were competing, I'm like, am I going for Emily and Caleb? Am I going for Austin and Drew? So them two, I will say those are my two picks. Those are my two team picks, and I don't have a favorite. I'm just like, I struggle every episode with like who's
Tiff,
gonna
it's
do
hard.
What. Yeah,
it's hard because I like them too. And Emily, the one thing I liked is that I didn't care for Emily that first episode.
Yeah, I think
but she grew on me and changed my mind so quick. And that's the type of players I love falling in love with because I go, wow, because she was her. She was her, and that's what I love. You were your authentic self, and you're like, I can't do anything about it. I'll try, but I'm still gonna be outspoken. And look, she's still in this game.
She learned quickly, and she turned it around fast. And I do believe that she's a good ally for Caleb, and that Caleb is a good ally for her. I like that they both equally need each other's support. Like they both feel dependent upon the other one being there. So that ensures that they will try to keep each other safe, but you just never know because it's a Survivor.
Of course, we'll never know. Okay, so they the blue team ends up going to the sanctuary. I hope to set that right. You know where they can get food. Thank you. So they can get food and they can relax and kind of debrief. It seems like what's her name? Bruce and is it Kendra? Kendra and Bruce, say
Caleb.
that they want to get rid. They want to get rid of Caleb because they can see through his bullshit. Okay, half of them are planning to target Caleb. The other half is thinking about targeting Jay. Okay.
Yeah, Katura does not really like this idea of targeting Caleb. She sees him as an ally. She sees him as an asset. She doesn't like Bruce. She wants to get rid of him anyway. She's the next strongest person that she can rely on, depend on to connect with to win some challenges would be Caleb. She doesn't think it's a good idea. I do think I really like the way Katura looks further down the home stretch. She looks further ahead. She's not emotionally playing with who she likes, who she doesn't like. I get her. Yeah, she's like, oh, I don't like Bruce. I want him gone. But it's not, because he just really gets on my nerve. Really, he is a threat to her game. So it's like she's playing smart, and I respect her gameplay for now.
Yes, absolutely. And I agree with you on that. She definitely is looking like ahead, which a lot of people sometimes in the game of Survivor, I don't think looks ahead. Sometimes
it's hard to look ahead in Survivor because it's such a quick game and you don't know who's going to be there. And so you can align yourself with someone and that can be your number one person. That person can be gone tomorrow. So it is hard to look so far ahead, but she does a good job of navigating the toughness of looking ahead in a game when you can only look at today.
Yes, and I think that a lot of what Cirie played came into Big Brother this season with how everything was like
very fast and very chaotic.
Very fast and very chaotic.
And then
I think
at some point she eventually slowed down. Yeah, because she realized like I got a whole week, whereas Survivor you got a few days.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So everyone gets the tribal. They're talking about how difficult it is having these conversations now that they're all merged together, trying to figure out how exactly they're going to be able to pick who to vote or who they want to work with and what's the best thing to do. We cut to, Jeff obviously asking the messy questions.
Baby.
He's a messy bitch, and I love it. He's so messy. I think Jeff should be on House of Villains feature-wise. I think he should be on House of Villains, girl. He's messy, girl. He's like the Shade Room, girl. I've never seen anything like it in my life, okay? So Jeff is asking all the questions, okay? We get a part where Caleb... I'm sorry, I missed a part. Emily tells Caleb before Tribal, everyone's coming for you. You got to play your shot in the dark. Like, to the point that Emily pulled a big brother move where she's making it clear, like, I can't even vote for you. I can't be on the opposite side of the votes, okay? We cut to Caleb coming at Jay. And how do we feel about that? Like, I mean, Caleb's like realizing, okay, it's between me and Jay, so I'm going to put a target on her back. And she's kind of like calling him out on his BS. What do you think?
It's the one thing that separates Survivor from like any other game is that they are calling you out to the floor right then and there. And sometimes people play it very low key and they do a sneak vote, but Caleb is making what is already obvious. He's bringing the elephant in the room to the floor. He's like, let's not hide behind it. I know it's between her and I have this could be my last chance. He wants to make sure he's not one of those people who goes home with an idol in his pocket. So if he knew that he was in the fire, he was giving it everything he got up until he played his shot in the dark.
And that is true. Okay.
Baby, when he played that shot in the dark, and I was waiting. Me and Christian watched that episode together, baby. And the way I was screaming, are you kidding me? Oh, it was lit over here. I was like this. Me and my son was about to be separated. I was about to ask for emancipation. I said, who you going for? He said, I'm going for Caleb. I said, all right, you my son.
Not that. You know what? I agree. That was, let me tell you, him playing that shot in the dark was crazy. But I do want to just make sure we know Austin sacrificed his vote for his idol to be extended for a longer time once again. So just make sure we note that for Austin's gameplay, okay?
And that's so good because Austin is looking further ahead, and Caleb gave a really good pitch about why it would be good to get rid of Jay over him. He did identify himself as a threat, which I thought was, I think he was trying to lay all the elephants in the room out. It's kind of like Eminem's 8 Mile song, Lose Yourself. It's like, I'm going to say everything I can say and I'm going to strip you of any power because I'm going to say it all. So I'm the threat. I'm this, whatever. And then she's like, well, you're considering yourself a threat. You're calling yourself a threat. And everybody was like, yeah, who said you were the threat? But he was trying to state the obvious. But then he also reminds people that, hey, Jay comes with D and who's the other girl? Julie. And he's like, if you keep them here, those are three unanimous voters coming together. They're already together. But if you separate one of them, that gives them the opportunity to align with someone else. Or, they don't have that strength of the three of them together. So there's really nothing to refute that. But then that did kind of upset D. Like, how did I get in this? Like, why are you throwing me under the bus? I don't think his intention was to throw her under the bus as much as it was to paint more of a target on Jay.
It wasn't. Yeah. It was more and I think D was just kind of like, and then she got defensive because D was definitely she was like, I'm voting out. I would have voted out Jay with you, because that was her thing. So Kayla plays that shot in the dark, like you said, baby, and that thing says save.
Baby.
And like I said, changed the whole entire world. The universe shook.
Baby.
Time stopped because no one could believe it. And Jeff said, this is what Jeff said. 1 vote for Caleb. 2 vote for Caleb. Caleb doesn't count.
It was like 13.
Caleb doesn't count. They all voted for Caleb to go
Every single
home.
One of them.
Every single person. So now Jeff goes, hey, we got to figure out who's going to go home because somebody got to
Jeff said we're going to do a recount.
Show.
Look, I didn't even know the thing was called the urn. Jeff said, would you take the urn back? I said, damn, it's called the urn. Y'all ain't never even talked about that damn thing. I didn't even know it had a name. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was I'll rally the votes. That's what I thought it was called. I didn't know the god dang on. Would you take the urn back? I said, a urn? Jesus.
Not an urn, too. I didn't know what it was called either, girl. I thought it was called a bucket, to be honest.
Baby, the thing we count the votes in, put your little card in there.
Put your card in, okay?
Jake, would you take the urn back? And Jake could barely make it because I know I saw in that challenge the way he slid down that net and bent his leg inside out. I think he got a fractured something. He just gonna keep hopping on it. He hurt himself.
He hurt himself. Let me also take a second to explain the shot in the dark for the fans, because I had to get a little bit of lesson on it because I didn't really understand it, and people probably already know, but I'm gonna explain it. So the shot in the dark, each and every single castmate gets an opportunity to play the shot in the dark and to a certain extent. I think it's like where you get down to, I think 6 members or something like that, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. But what happens is when they go up to the urn to put in their vote, they will drop a little paper where the shot in the dark is, okay? And they'll just drop it. And then Jeff will pick from his whatever thing behind, whatever he's using, where all the shot in the darks are, he'll pick a random shot in the dark, and then that's how you know if you're safe or not.
Well, they kind of have a 1 in 6 chance. I think they
do have a 1 in 6 chance, yes.
Yeah, because I think they get their shot in the dark when they first get there.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think there's more to it than what you're saying. I don't have all of the facts, so I'm not going to try to explain it. But that was what you said.
I talked to Bryce on the phone about it.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he didn't give it to you right. I think you're just not giving it to us right.
Oh, am I giving it to you wrong? Oh
no, I think you're giving it to us wrong. It was just a little more confusing. You made it more confusing than what I thought it actually was. But I also don't know all the details, but it didn't help me. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So they all scramble to figure out who they're going to vote out, okay? In this moment, Jay is like, oh my God, like like this kid was going to go home. Now they're all going to come for me. And Jay starts making sure that we should really target Emily. So everyone's standing up, scrambling, trying to figure out. Emily's like, is she coming for me? Oh, she's coming for me? Oh, no, we're voting out Jay. So, they tried their best.
I thought it was going to be half Emily, half Jay.
Me too. That's the one thing I like about this game. I will never know who's going home. And Jay goes home, and it's wild to me. So I guess we'll have to tune in this week to see what happens. But if you guys are not watching Survivor, you guys are missing out.
You are. You're missing great gameplay.
So good.
You're missing great reality TV.
Yes.
You're missing a great cast too, because this cast is really gaming. There are a lot of thinkers. This is a very good cast of Survivor to watch. I really am enjoying watching Survivor 45. I mean, truth be told, I think I probably enjoyed the last few seasons of Survivor.
Same, we both have. Since we started the podcast, we've been so hooked on it and talking about it, and I'm very thankful that we got into the Survivor, world and family.
I do want to tell you, maybe we can do a separate episode later if you think about it. Maybe we'll ask our subscribers, what do you think? Leave it in the comments. I have personally been watching House of Villains, and I am all caught up.
Too.
Are you caught up?
I just caught up. I just caught up today.
So maybe next episode we can start a House of Villains recap.
Okay. We can
all
do
right.
that.
So we'll just start later in the season. You guys let us know what you think. Anyway, thanks for joining. I never got a chance in my introduction and welcoming you all back to the show to remind you to like, subscribe, and comment. But I know you all are veterans by now, and you have all done that, and you already know to do it. But remind the newbies who might just be joining us to like and subscribe and comment below. Also share the podcast if you feel so inclined to do so. Those things that we forgot to clip and mark, we just don't share that part, So just don't share that.
Tell them.
But we hope you enjoyed the cookout. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the cookout here tonight. It was a fun time. I'm exhausted. That's why I'm looking like this. I got a headache. on 9.5. But I love being here. I love you guys. I love you, dear.
Not 9.5. That's because we used to look. We had headaches every day in that damn house. Could you imagine?
Oh, I can function through a headache. I hate it, but I can function. I'm on low vibration.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, not low vibration. Listen, I love you guys. Thank you guys. We appreciate all the support you guys have been doing for us. We are now coming to the conclusion of Big Brother. So our next episode will be a recap, of course, of the final episode of Big Brother. Let's see who's going to win. We don't know. We'll find out. And hopefully you guys will be in LA this week on Thursday. We love you. We're out. Thank you, Cookout. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Hannah. Love you guys. Royalty Podcast out. Bye.